Welcome to Book Club in the 323 Bourbon Library, where we meet wonderful books, wonderful bourbon,
Absolutely.
and we give you our opinion, whether you want it or not.
But thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. We are, first, I told my husband, Mr. King of Bourbon, that the book we are going to be reviewing, we needed a kind of on the farm, dark and moody, and he picked out a Garrison Brothers Cowboy 2024 release. It's 140.2, so pray for us. This is just
really dark.
a smidge above hazmat.
Or maybe below.
It looks dark and moody.
Yeah.
Let's have a little sip, and then you give us a breakdown of our book of choice. Cheers.
You've talked viscous before.
I have. Well, this, I mean,
is this viscous or is it just real
if
dark?
it's leggy is the viscosity, and it is. You can see.
Okay, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
In the right light.
I've learned a little bit.
You've learned a lot. You're doing great, sweetie.
Oh, that is a strong.
That's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit.
No, but it does smell really nice.
It definitely has. I wonder how old it is, actually. Oh, 10 year? Oh, 10th anniversary. What year is it? Oh my God, this is heavy.
Yeah. It's a real fancy bottle.
It is well, it was released in how old is it? All right. Well, you guys,
We'll have to get the deets
We'll
later.
put it somewhere.
Yeah.
But it has an older smell to it.
Yeah. We
Which
did ask for oaky.
You know what's funny though? When I first started my bourbon journey, and I would say, I actually mentioned this the other day, same with my wine journey. Like when I first started drinking wine, I wanted whatever was the least like wine. Like if it tastes like a peach, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Not red, not actually wine.
And now we're
like juice.
The redder the better.
Yes. Now I only drink cabs, Tempernios.
Yes.
And when I started bourbon, like I want an 85 proof that tastes like sugar melted in a cup. And now I feel like I'm leaning more towards an agier. Yeah. I want it to have like some meat.
Yeah. It's been in the barrel for a while.
Yeah.
I do like the aged.
Yeah. Well, it's like the only aged note I'm able to give ever, but it's like a grandma's, dusty or like a grandma's hope chest, like that kind of attic-y, woody. And maybe it's a Michigan thing. Like I very clearly.
So all I think is like
scorpions.
Dirt.
Yeah.
Dirt taste? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, no. Like in northern Michigan where I grew up, and I don't know because we get snow, we get rain, and there's storms. So I feel like the wood kind of gets that aged, musty, smell from a basement, but still the sweet. I know,
brittle,
but still the sweetness of the wood.
Yeah.
So that's why I say like a grandma's cherished chest.
Yeah, this does take on a lot of the barrel, and it
looks
like this one's going to give us a lot of that. Right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Definitely warm.
Yeah.
However, I feel like I've had worse. I feel like I've had
raisin. I guess it's
Ooh.
just like the dried fruits.
Like Raisin Bran. Just kidding,
May-
folks.
I'm
The
getting, like,
dryness of the flake.
dried fruit. No, I'm getting like dried fruits.
Book club
said
took a turn.
But
Not the
it's
dancing
better
ones.
than raisins.
Yeah. Maybe a
The Trader
craisin.
Joe's. The Trader Joe's plump raisin.
Yes, yes.
Some flavor there.
Ugh. Listen, I also call out Trader Joe's quite a bit. I'm just saying, anytime you want to sponsor me,
Some Trader Joe's for sure.
all of it.
No, okay. I didn't think I was going to like this.
Yeah, I do. This
heat,
definitely.
though.
So, okay.
Are we going to talk about a book?
Yeah, we will. But yet another thing I do say is there are certain bourbons that give you the colder weather out by the
Yes.
fire pit, like this.
Bread pudding.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
giving like
Yes.
warm bread pudding fall
Pairing.
fireside.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going glamping soon. I might need
Oh.
something more like this. No, this is
Okay,
very
it's
good.
not going to be cold when you go glamping.
You know what?
It's
I'm going
Flagstaff.
to
It's
be
going to be
wearing a
75. Okay. Okay.
Sweatshirt will be required.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, we're broken.
Definitely
Speaking
enjoy.
of broken.
Broken happens to be part of the name of the book that we're going to be talking about.
Yes.
So, Broken Country by Clare Leslie Hall is the book that we're going to be talking about. So, I just recently finished this, I think just last night. So, very fresh in my mind.
Soon. Yeah.
I think the first thing that I texted you was that was a lot of like heaviness. I need something happy to like counterbalance it. Heaviness just because it was family,
Well, it was emotional.
tragedy.
Yeah, it was emotional.
There was a lot that happened. So let me give the Goodreads recap here, the book description. It starts off with the farmer is dead. He is dead, and all anyone wants to know is who killed him. Beth and her gentle, kind husband Frank are happily married, but their relationship relies on the past staying buried. But when Beth's brother-in-law shoots a dog going after their sheep, Beth doesn't realize that the gunshot will alter the course of their lives, for the dog belonged to none other than Gabriel Wolf, the man Beth loved as a teenager, the man who broke her heart years ago. Gabriel has returned to the village with his young son, Leo, a boy who reminds Beth very much of her own son who died in a tragic accident. As Beth is pulled back into Gabriel's life, tensions around the village rise and dangerous secrets and jealousies from the past resurface, this time with deadly consequences. Beth is forced to make a choice between the woman she once was and the woman she has become. A sweeping love story with the pace and twist of a thriller. Very true.
Yeah.
Broken Country is a novel of simmering passion, impossible choices, and explosive consequences that toggles between the past and present to explore the far-reaching legacy of first love.
So I want to, before I forget, because it will just swift away.
Yeah.
I feel like this isn't the theme of the book, but this feels like a main character storyline of a lot of books of that time era. This was probably 1950s, 1960s.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of set older.
Yeah, in her teenage years. Yeah.
Yes. Even recent isn't like present day, is it?
No, it's
No. Okay. So, that in a certain time period, people married because this was a good guy. They had a good job. They owned land.
gender
They
roles.
were like, that's just what you did.
Settled in.
And this book pulls a lot, and obviously I wasn't a child bride in 1950, but I feel like you really kind of commiserate with those feelings, like of was
needing
there
to
a
commit
missed
early.
opportunity? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? What would my life look like if I had taken this other turn? And this book pulls that emotion out that you feel on her
Yeah,
behalf.
because she's kind of revisiting some of what she
Yes.
maybe left a little bit unfinished
Yes.
as part of the story.
Yeah.
I will say one part of the description is that it kind of goes back and forth with past and present.
Yeah.
I've read a couple of books where it does that, and I'm like, I don't even know where we're at anymore. I
This
didn't
is-
feel that way
No,
in this story.
was a very easy to follow read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew whether they were talking about the past or present.
Yep.
It felt very clear and
Yes.
intentional.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, why did we go back? Like, I don't even know what's happening in current time.
Right, right.
So yeah, I do feel like this book does that in intentional way.
Yeah.
To really give you a glimpse of here's what you missed out on before we give you this next part of current.
Yeah.
So I really liked the writing from that perspective.
Yes.
I think it did a good job of telling you what you needed to know when you needed to know it.
Well, and it was I think it just gives you some insight because it's easy to see someone as they are currently, but when you get some background, you're like, oh, interesting. Like I see you have a little spitfire in you, and
Yes.
that's where that came from. And
So Beth, the main character, did have some of that. So
Yes.
As part of her kind of teenage story, she was supposed to, even in that time, like she was supposed to go to college. She
Yeah.
was doing really well in
Yeah.
school.
Yep.
The story had her kind of, finishing up high school time frame. Did really well in school. Didn't have a lot of friends. She met this friend Gabriel. They became very close. They were from different socioeconomic
Yes.
statuses. So
Yes.
there was a little bit of tension there family wise.
It was kind of a Romeo and Juliet type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mom.
Yeah.
Cringe.
She was
She was quite a piece.
great.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
that came into play throughout the story. The book description talks about a tragedy that happens for Beth as far as her son is concerned. So this is now when she's married later. So the story moves on. Again, it kind of goes back. It goes to the past, and then it comes to the future. So in the future, Beth is married to Frank, who's a farmer. She really adapted to that life
Yeah.
as a farmer's wife, tending to their sheep, making cheese, all the things that you do as a farmer.
Yes.
All of the homesteading things.
Well,
that
and
we
I'm
hope
going to
we
be
could do one day.
especially when we, again, not
Yard
to take a
chickens.
turn, but yes, yard chickens. But there's a whole theme right now of trad wife, right? We'll get to
Yes.
that book at some point.
We sure will.
But all of those things, from where I am mentally now in my life, reading that book, I'm like, oh, that farm life seems so nice. Just, I'll make some butter. That's great.
Yeah, and she's really settled into
Yeah,
it with
yeah.
her son as they're raising him.
And I think it's easy to, as you're reading it, maybe if you just get a background of who she is and who her life was, what her life was,
I knew what you meant.
that, sorry, 140 proof bourbon, to think, oh, she got the short end of the stick and she just settled. But I think you can be two things.
She was.
I
very
think you
happy.
can have a life and really enjoy it and think something's going to go one way, and then your life takes a turn and you make a different choice, and you can like that too. And I think she did, and that was part of the struggle of this book.
Yeah.
Was I think she did feel that.
Yeah. She did like where she was.
Yeah.
But also there was still that tug in her, but what could have been.
Yes.
Not in a I want to change my life way, but man,
How would it
kept
have
kinda
looked
coming
different?
back
Yeah.
To revisit her a couple of
Well,
times.
and you wonder, as you guys read the book, so she's in a happy marriage. She loves her husband. She's living on her farm, with her tractor and whatever else. And if Gabriel would have never came back in the picture, would she have ever felt that tug as much as she did?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Experiencing that again.
Yeah. Yeah, him being there.
Yeah. Anyway, you get to the book is very, this is probably the second or third book that I'm like, this was a good book. I enjoyed hearing about these people's lives. Yeah. And then all of a sudden there's like 2 or 3 twists and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Also,
that's interesting.
And one relationship we haven't really talked much about. So we've talked about Gabriel, Beth's ex-boyfriend, Beth and Frank, who were married in the kind of future current time.
Yes.
But there was also Frank and his brother.
Yeah.
They suffered a tragedy when they were younger, too, in losing their mother. And just their bond, their relationship in this story is also a really strong theme.
Remind me, his brother was an alcoholic.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did have some struggles with alcohol.
Yeah.
So he, Frank, I think, just felt very responsible for him. He was the older brother.
Yes.
This was his younger brother, and he lost his mom very young. So I think he
had some ownership over. Yeah.
So that relationship I thought was really interesting to like see how they. I don't know that I'd call it codependency, but maybe a little bit because he did help Frank to run the farm. It was Frank's family farm, so they were running it together.
You know what's funny though is when you see relationships like that, like you use the term codependency, and I'm like, I think it like often, and we as humans know that it's usually not a co-situation. You know what I mean?
Relying on the other.
It's the brother is just letting the responsible brother handle it.
Yeah.
And the other person typically doesn't pay attention to that something's even being handled. Yeah. And I think that's sort of where that comes in. That's sort of a frustration for
Frank.
No.
Beth.
Yes, Frank, but also Beth. Yeah. That like, come on, Frank. Yeah. Get it together.
He's busy
like,
taking
what is
care of his brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, raising him still.
Yeah.
Even as adults.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say that isn't as strong of a theme in the story.
No.
But it is like an underlying Beth dealing
it does pop
that.
up here and there until it becomes
So lots of tragedy overall in this story. I don't know that the tragedy is enough of a reason to not read the story, but it's definitely a trigger warning to
it's I wouldn't say it's a reason not to read it unless you struggle with mental health and cannot read books that are going to have any kind of emotion. But it's very emotional. You will want to read a light and airy book after it. And that's fine. That's kind of what we do.
We will come back with that recommendation later.
Yeah. And I think that's sort of, if you enjoy reading or you don't enjoy reading, but you go to book club, you kind of have to balance that, right? So I used to say, I'm not reading a book unless someone was stabbed in the first 5 pages, right?
But like the thrillers and the drama.
I do. But I will say that kind of being a part of a book club and having choices from other people, we've read some love stories and I'm like, oh, I like that way more than I thought I would. Yeah. So in that, I would say, yes, it is heavy and it makes you think and it makes you feel things, but it 100% is not a reason not to read it.
No, it was a very well laid out story.
Yes.
And just, I guess,
and sometimes
it's terrible to feel the feels.
It is. Oh, I was just going to say, it's like putting Chicago on in the car on a rainy day and crying because whatever.
Because the emotions hit just
right. Yes.
Yeah. I do think it was a good book
Yeah.
overall. I think people would enjoy the story, the connection again between
Yeah.
the brothers, the families. I think we all experience tragedy in different ways, so it's interesting just to see again the different perspectives that is, and how people respond to those tragedies
Yeah.
after. Because that I think that's where this book takes a couple of different twists. Because
Yeah.
throughout the various tragedies that happen in this book, people do respond to them differently, and
Well, and
that
I
part
think
makes
it
it
sort of
interesting.
is heartwarming when you see the twist of who is taking ownership over certain aspects of this kind of messy life.
Yeah,
Like,
that heat just hit me again.
no, yeah, it's warm.
Also,
It's warm.
I want to come back to my fruit comment from earlier. Now I'm getting like walnut, still bread pudding.
God, it smells so good.
I know this.
I'm telling you, I historically do not like bourbon with age. I think I do. I think I was
This
a
is
liar.
almost more of a dessert port than the Penelope Toasted that we had before.
It's so yummy.
I'm drinking bread pudding
No,
somehow. here
it's
right
so
now.
good.
Like there's spicy,
It's
there's
so good.
walnut, there's
This definitely
dried
isn't like
fruits.
have 4, but at least have 1.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's 140 proof. Don't drink 4 of them.
Oh, have one. But you were like telling me some labeling that I didn't understand.
But you
I'm
could
back
have
with you now.
1 pour.
So again, 140 is
Yeah.
what's happening. Oh, it's a good thing we didn't have one before.
Yeah.
Also very good.
Very good.
Look for Garrison Brothers' next release. This is the 10th anniversary. You said from 2024.
2024, it comes out once a year. This cowboy Texas
whiskey.
straight bourbon whiskey. Listen. I'm a big fan of Texas. I think
Texas is
they
showing up.
really food, music,
Yes.
podcasts. Pretty great.
Smoked barbecue to balance out the sweetness here. I
I'm
guess.
so hungry.
Okay, well, we'll have to have our husband smoke something later.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another Bourbon Book Club podcast.
Yeah. You know,
the
it's
323
just
Bourbon Library.
we're just doing it. We're doing it.
As long as Ronnie keeps
Listen,
inviting
don't
us
listen. You know what? This is my show.
Back. All right.
So you're always
Take
here.
it away.
You're always here. Ronnie can have his own show.
He will. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Cheers. See you next week.
Cheers.
Bye.